The full moon eclipse in Virgo, 14th of March 2025, guys. We are releasing, clearing and aligning. Eclipse energy is connected to the nodes of the moon. The nodes of the moon are a north and a south point of the moon. The south node is our karmic lessons, what we've come here to clear, and the north node is our destiny. The north node is in Pisces, south node is in Virgo. Hence, the full moon in Virgo. So we are releasing, cleansing and aligning to a higher expression and releasing the lower expression of Virgo, which is the earth energy. The not being good enough wound, as it has been a theme. It was in my last week's reading, so it's coming up again, obviously with this full moon. So we've already been working with this last week. What also came up, guys, was 2 minutes. Meditate and contemplate Pisces energy. So we're still in Pisces season, opposite sign of Virgo. So we're still needing to do that spiritual work, connecting, solitude. Pisces is dissolving. But this energy wants you to come up. And this is allow your light to shine. This is Leo energy. Black moon in Leo. This is about freedom. There's something that you have been lacking confidence in. And it could be linked to this Virgo not being good enough, that's lacked your confidence, that's blocked your strength from open to receive, from shining your light. There's something coming in to do with boundaries also, because I pulled this card here, where you're having to honour your boundaries and protect your energy. Pisces is emotional. It's ruled by Neptune, which is the god of the sea. So as you can see on this card, these two people are under the water, so they're in the depths of their emotions. It's a man and a woman, it's a masculine and it's a feminine. Venus is in retrograde currently, so relationship themes to do with ourselves and others are going to be coming up. So this is where we're having to honour our boundaries. Pisces energy can be about escapism, digging your head in the sand. When your gut is trying to tell you something, but your mind is telling you another thing. Virgo energy is about the mind and the body, connecting with your body, connecting with your intuition, as well as your mind. Are they in sync? It's going to be coming up with this full moon eclipse. Now, eclipse energies, I did pull that one, Pisces, time to meditate and contemplate. Eclipse energies are fated, fate and destiny, as they're called. So this is down to the universe. You are not in charge of whatever comes in, and usually eclipse energies can last 3 to 6 months. So it might not even necessarily be on the 14th that you see this, but you're going to be feeling it, and some of you most certainly will, depending on how sensitive you are to the moon energy. So let's get into the oracle cards and see what's coming up with this full moon eclipse in Virgo. We're having to surrender. Surrender. What does that mean, surrender? This is when we happen to trust. Something might be coming up in your world to complete, because we're in Pisces season, which is about natural completions, dissolving, which is Neptune's territory, that's come to an end of a cycle. And it wants to transform into a higher expression. But we have to shed the old skin. And then we have to surrender to the divine. So there's a pause between something old being released and then the new coming in. But we are not very good as humans. When we fear loss, we fear change, we fear letting things go. But if we sat in that void for a little bit and just say, okay, I'll let that go, because I know something else is coming in better to replace it. But we don't think like that. We go into panic. So we cling on. We go into escapism. We pretend it's not happening. Pisces energy. And this is saying you're needing to surrender something, because there's something to do with your worth and your value, Virgo energy, where you have been of service to your own detriment that wasn't serving you. Your energy, your time, your love, your effort. There's something coming in that's been highlighted with this eclipse energy. What else do we have? You and your loved ones are safe. Now, when we have this full moon in Virgo eclipse, we have Mars still in Cancer. That's been a really strong energy. Now, Mars has been in a retrograde where it's gone back, it's revisited things from the past. So it could be that there's things from your past that's been revisited to do with Cancer, which is home, children, mother, emotions, sensitivity, who you feel safe with. And with Venus in the mix, which is looking at our relationships going back over, Mars has done its stint, but it's gaining momentum now. So it's getting the courage from Mars to move forward in the sign of Cancer to clear out anything that needs to be cleared out. Now remember, Venus is in retrograde, so it's reviewing. For the next 6 weeks, she's reviewing things to do with, or should I say 5 weeks by the time this video goes up. Things to do with relationship dynamics, whether that's partnerships, relationships with family, co-workers, any kind of close relationship. But this is pointing at this masculine getting the strength to stand in your power and your identity because Mars is there. What else do we have? Your commitment is being tested. Remember, these moons are coming in, ready or not. We're not in control of these, but don't fear them, because whatever is out of alignment, eclipse energy usually comes in to shift that, to put you back on the right track. So that you might feel as if you're getting tested, but remember what the first card was. Surrender. Surrender to the divine. You're needing to balance spirituality and practicality. Go into that peace, inner peace. Whatever's going on, trust your gut. If you're needing a decision, rather than using logic, which can be that Virgo energy and that critical energy, being of service. She likes to be of service, remember. So she'd rather put up with something. And then if you take the lower vibe of Pisces, escapism, which is also a people-pleasing energy, we're needing to really go in and feel, what is our heart saying to us? Because that's where Venus is retrograde, remember. So she's reviewing things to do with her heart and her worth and her value. So go into your heart, feel your way through this full moon eclipse. It's asking you to work through your fears, Scorpio energy. This Scorpio energy is the psychology of the zodiacs. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, Lord of the Underworld, or Lord of the Dead. It's the death and rebirth, not literally. It's that end of one cycle, ready to bring in a new one. But remember, we don't like being in that. We can't release that because we don't like to be in that surrender energy. We don't like to be in that trust energy that everything's going to work out okay. And something better wants to replace it. We're going to fear, so we hang on to the past. And this is where, because it's out of fear. So there's something wants to come in where it's saying, work with your fears. Your dreams need a practical plan. This is Taurus energy. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So this could most certainly be money related because Venus rules money. She reviews what we earn, Taurus energy. She is abundance. She's our relationship to things. Practical energy is, it may be that you are hoarding lots of things and you're not using them, so you could make money out of them, you could sell them, review your wardrobe, anything in your house that you could recycle. But it's saying there's something that wants to come in to realign you to your dreams. But you might need to take some practical steps to get there. Look at your spending habits. Look at how you're giving love. Look at how you're viewing yourself as worth. Taurus is also about self-value. Venusian energy. It's very similar energy to Virgo, being of service, worth and value. Don't let pride get in your way with this full moon. Leo energy. Remember we pulled Leo at the beginning. So we pulled 2 Leos here. And this is saying, allow your light to shine. There's something that's been holding you back. Some old fears. Leo comes in and closes its heart down. It's the big-hearted lion, but if it's been hurt in the past, it shuts itself down. But Leo's natural higher expression is standing on stage for everybody to see, speaking words of wisdom from the heart. It's not fearful, it's confident, it's bold, it's strong, it's strength, it's courage. It's ruled by the sun. So there's something here where your pride might be getting in the way of a situation. Again, it could be fear-based. Time to release negativity. Scorpio showed up twice now. So this is a heavy influence on fears. Virgo wants to set you free from some old fears. Negativity. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which is the mind. Mercury is also in retrograde. It goes retrograde the same day as this eclipse. So it's where we are revisiting our words, our thoughts. Where we pull ourselves back from compassion, from love, from wisdom, from relationships, because pride gets in the way. And when we feel not good enough, we might then, everybody's words that get spoken, you might take them personally. And then that makes you feel your worth and value is relied upon from external validation. When really your strength, and you shouldn't need, but I know we do, we shouldn't need to have external validation. We should know our worth and our value. And we should be our own cheerleader. And that should be enough. Remember, we are enough. We are good enough. So there's something releasing here about our thoughts, how we can keep ourselves in that not good enough wound. And it's asking you to believe in the impossible. Once in a blue moon. Beautiful. Believe in the impossible. Go to the higher mind. Whatever this is. Right, let me get my tarot out. Let me pull a few tarot. If you're liking this, guys, do hit that subscribe button. It does help my channel to be seen. Okay. So Virgo full moon eclipse. Let's have a look. See what's going on with this energy. Ace of Cups. Bring love into the situation. This is the cup of love, the Holy Grail. The universe wants to offer you a higher expression of something. It wants to offer you the cup of love. So remember, the offer's there. This is available to everybody. But if we don't think we're worthy of this, we'll always keep it at arm's length. So we've got to vibrate at a different level. We've got to release that density, our fears, our negativity. But that's our own negativity. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. So then we believe it. It keeps us in this energy, stuck. You can see here it's the Knight. He's not going anywhere. He's stagnant. He's stuck. He's procrastination because we're lacking the confidence, because we're telling ourselves we're not worthy. So we're keeping stuck in a situation. In fact, this was one of the energies where we can fear, I think it was sublimation. That was air elemental, and this was earth, coagulation, where we keep ourselves stuck in a situation. I'm just thinking about the air. Taken flight, the dove of peace. This is a fast-moving energy. So it wants us to shift out of one state into another. These are my alchemy cards. This is the wild unknown alchemy. They're very deep. Actually, them guys, they're very deep. But this is the energy that it's coming in. Coagulation is that thick energy. But this wants you to take a higher expression, a higher understanding. Go into the sublimation. Go into the air elemental. So that might mean that meditation, that Pisces energy, and believing in the impossible. Go to the dreamer. Convince yourself that you are worthy of change, of love, of abundance, of happiness. He's the Knight of Wands. So you pull two Knights together and the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Why has these two come out? Let me just sit with this energy, guys. What was the next one? Yeah. The Hierophant is our belief systems. The Hierophant could apply to what we believe in, our spirituality. But it's also about contracts. Could be marriage contract. 5 is about freedom. The Knight of Wands, that's a fast-moving energy. The Knight is fire. Something wants to come in and shift a dynamic, a stagnant energy. Remember, we had the Knight, which is the very stagnant energy. Something wants to come and shift your beliefs about a union, about a marriage, about a contract, whether that's a karmic contract, whether that is a old belief system, whether that is some kinds of rules, regulations, the Hierophant. It's jumped me, that energy. It's not, but we've pulled the 7 here. It's like a choice point. So 7 is, there's a guy here, successfully grew these 7 pentacles on a beautiful vine, healthy, beautiful. He's tended to them for months, and they have come up trumps. Now they're starting to fall off. That means the harvest is ready to be picked. So he's contemplating. Choice point. What do I do with these? Do I leave these a little bit longer and the threat of disease, threat of rotten, them going off, them going decayed, sets in? Or do I take them to market right now and I get money for these? I make more money. I make 8, 9, 10 pentacles. So there's a choice point here. But this card is Saturn in Taurus, which is about your self-value and how, I was going back to earlier on, where we are, maybe have things in the house that we never use for months, years, that have got value, but they're just stuck in a cupboard. You could make money. But this is also could be a relationship where you could blossom into a brighter, a more balanced relationship, but you might be in a fear of making that choice of thinking, right, I've done really well. I've got 7 pentacles. I've grown them. But what if I take them to market and nobody wants to buy them? What if I pluck up the courage to change my beliefs or speak my truth because I'm good enough to transform a relationship, to transform a job, to transform a situation? Now remember, it all starts with self. So this is about self-worth and self-value, good enough. That is up to you. Are you good enough? Do you think you're worthy of 10 of Pentacles? Do you think you're worthy of getting 10 Pentacles for these 7 Pentacles that you've just grown successfully? Of course you are, because you've grown, you've attended your time, your love, your effort to them every day for the last 3 months. Of course they're worth more. Are you worth more? Wow, it's a bit of a dynamic message coming in there. Death, Scorpio energy. We're going through huge transformations, ready or not, with this eclipse energy to do with our worth and our value. I don't know how many times I want to say that word. Yeah, it's time to turn your back on some old masculine insecurities. Here's the wounded masculine. Here's the wounded masculine that's kept you stuck, defensive. The masculine energy can be defensive. As I say, we still have Mars in Cancer whilst this full moon occurs. Mars is the war god. But remember, he's been and he's matured while he's been in retrograde. He's healed some wounds. So it's asking you to turn your back on that old version of you. Old version of it used to be, and stand with and say to the world, I'm worthy of the world. I've got the world in my hands. Are you going to meet me there? And I'm not settling for less. Okay, guys, it is a big moon. I think I'm going to read this coagulation to you to end this reading. If you haven't already, have I already said that? I can't remember whether I have or not. Anyway, if you are enjoying this reading and you would like to subscribe, it's all for free. There's a button at the right hand side. Please press it. I'm going to find the card in this book and see what it says. Coagulation. So this says solidity, adherence and stuckness. Coagulation is the great alchemical operation of Earth. The shadow aspect of coagulation is that the elements may have come together without much awareness, and in turn they become unconsciously attached. Inertia and resentment set in. The parts can no longer separate, even if they wish to. Many long-term relationships have coagulator aspects, a naturally occurring codependency by which both parties feel unseen or unknown as individuals. The work of coagulation is to experience the merging with others while not losing oneself in the mush. So this is knowing who you are as an individual, knowing your worth and your value, and being okay with who you are. Virgo energy. I'm good enough. But also feeling the same. It's very much like the energy from last week. What card was it? It was humility, I think it was, where it was saying accept people for who they are. We're all the same, but on different paths. It's all about this understanding of coming together as one, but we're all individual. And this is coagulation. Understanding, compassion and wisdom. Knowing that you're good enough and so is everybody else. Happy full moon in Virgo. Take good care.